What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the third Java tutorial. So in continuation of the last video, this video we will discuss how to declare a variable, how to initialize a variable, and finally how to use the variable. So first things first, we're going to need to declare a variable, and declaring a variable is very simple. In order to do this, we state what data type we're going to use for the variable. Then we're going to give it an identifier. Now, an identifier is pretty much the same thing as a name for the variable. So for the sake of the video, we're going to make an integer, and we're going to name it age. So that's the data type, and then we type the identifier or the name, and we're going to name it age. And to end all statements in Java, you end it with a semicolon. And we've just declared our variable as an integer with an identifier, age. So now that we've declared the variable, that is, wrote what data type it is and gave it a name, we can now initialize it. Now, initializing a variable is giving a variable a value. Right now, this variable has no value to it. So in order to give it a value or initialize it, we have to do the following. We type the name of our variable, then we use the assignment operator, which is just an equal sign, then we give it the value of what we want. So just type the name of the variable, use an assignment operator, which in layman's terms, we would just call it an equal sign, but in Java we call it an assignment operator. And then we just give it a value if we want it, of whatever we want it to be. So in my case, I'm 19 years old, so we're going to type in 19 and end it with a semicolon. So it's as simple as that. We've declared a variable and we've initialized it. Now, a very important thing, do not mistake the assignment operator for the equal sign. The equal sign in Java is just two equal signs. Now the assignment operator assigns a variable a value, while the equals operator is used to check if a variable is equal to either another variable or specific value. So just remember, this is a sign, and that's equals. And we can actually declare and initialize a variable in the same line of code, which is just going to make things much more neat and save a lot of time. So let's just do that right here. So we're going to do int weight, so we've declared it, is assign the value, in my case 165 pounds. So that's declaring and initializing a variable in the same line of code. So now that we've declared and initialized a variable, let's try and call it. Because remember, variables are used to store data that we could call in the future. So let's play around and make a few new variables. So one that I didn't mention in the last video because it's not a primitive type is the type string. Now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but string is just used to hold the value of text. So string, name, assign it to the value. Make sure to use your quotes, and inside the quotes, just write your name. I'm going to type Michael because that's my name. We could do boolean cool is assign the value of true because, you know, I'm pretty fucking cool. Since the next variable is going to require a very large number, we're going to use a long awesomeness is equal to, let's just do 1 trillion, so that's 12 zeros. Now when you're dealing with longs, you have to type an L after the number, kind of just to reiterate to Java that this number is long. So we have to write an L after a very long number. And let's make a double variable to determine my height. Double height is equal, well, not equal to, is assign the value of 6.0, even though it's like 5.8. We're going to say that I'm 6.0 feet. And again, doubles and floats deal with decimals. Like if this was an int instead of a double, it would give an error and saying you cannot convert from double to int because this value is a double, and I'm saying height is an int, which doesn't sum up to Java correctly. So we're going to switch this back to double. You could call it a float as well if we wanted to. But with floats, as with longs, we have to once again reiterate to Java that it is in fact a float by typing an F at the end of the number. So now that we've declared and initialized a couple variables, let's actually use them. Now since this is only the third Java tutorial, there isn't much we know how to do, so let's just simply print this stuff out to the console. So in order to print something out to the console, we use the following method that we've used in the first tutorial. We use system.out.println, and this method takes a string as a parameter, so let's write what we want in the parentheses. So I'm going to do that real quickly, and remember, we could type it out very quickly just by pressing or typing sys out and then pressing control space. And then we're going to select the whole method and then press control alt and then press down to copy and paste it very effectively. Alright, so in the parameters of the system.out.println, I've written a few things. I wrote hello, my name is, and then in order to concatenate or combine the variables, like the string variable and the name variable, you use a plus sign, and that pretty much just allows the name to be displayed as a string along with the first thing you wrote as your string. So I did that for I weigh plus weight plus pounds, and then my awesomeness is plus awesomeness, and then I am plus height plus feet tall. And then this, I just copied and pasted all of this to display the usefulness of variables, just in case you didn't understand it. So let's run the program, and there it is. Everything is printed out. Hello, my name is Michael. I weigh 165 pounds. My awesomeness is that very big number, and I'm 6.0 feet tall. And then all of these variables is just my age. Now, the reason variables are so useful, and why you should definitely use them instead of just individually writing the value of something in the actual method, is because let's just say you had to write something that involved a variable 100 times, and you didn't use a variable, you just used the actual number when you were recording it. So if you're using a variable and you had to change each and every single one of those methods, all you have to do is just change the variable. So here I printed out my age, which here is displayed as 19 like 20 times. But if next year I'm a year older, I could change just the variable of age, run it, and it'll just change every single method's value of my age according to the variable. So as you can see, we store the pertinent information inside of the variables, and because we did this, we can call this information whenever we want. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You will be using variables in every program you write, so it is quite important to understand. And in my next video, we're going to be talking over the basics of methods. So, till next time, peace.